Happy day everyone. My name is Karthika. I am a student of class 11th at Zion International Public School. Today, I am going to be telling you a story about a mother and a son and their struggle with organ donation. This is under the topic The Relentless Tour for Life. Tara ignorantly ticked the box that said not an organ donor as she filed for her life insurance. The very concept of organ donation was very alien and insignificant to her. Like most people, she didn't think too much about the subject, even though flyers and posters constantly promoted the subject. Little did she know that in just a few years, her entire life would change drastically and revolve around the subject of organ donation. A few years later, Tara's face lit up with joy as she saw her baby boy for the very first time. He looked beautiful, the most beautiful thing that she had ever seen in her life. His cry sounded as music to her ears, and she wished to pick him up, cuddle him, and kiss him. She waited for the doctors to hand her baby over to her, but the doctors kept on whispering into each other's ears. Finally, they took her baby out of the room. "My baby," Tara called out weakly. A nurse came and reassured her. "Don't worry, they've just taken your baby to perform a few tests. They will be back with your baby in just a few minutes." Tara waited patiently. Minutes turned into hours. She waited and waited. Finally, a doctor came into the room. "Your baby is suffering from a disease called cardiomyopathy," he said. "We will continue to monitor him and give him all the medication that he needs, but these first few days are crucial." Tara could not help but burst into a fit of tears. Her beautiful baby boy was suffering from a horrible disease. "Will this medication cure him?" she asked expectantly. The doctor explained. Cardiomyopathy is a disease that affects the muscles of the heart and weakens them. Because of this, the blood circulation won't keep up with the body's needs. The medication that we provide will help treat his symptoms and help him to avoid complications, but in the end, only an organ transplant can cure him entirely. Tara's heart sank. She wanted to see her baby boy immediately, and she was escorted into the ICU. There, her baby boy was asleep. He looked so peaceful, so calm, but she knew that inside of him a battle was going on. The relentless tour for life by blood was taking place. She closed her eyes and she prayed. She prayed that the vena cava would supply blood to the right ventricle through the right atrium. She prayed that the right ventricle would be strong enough to pump the blood through the lungs for oxygenation. She prayed that the oxygenated blood would reach her baby's left atrium, and she prayed with all her might that his left ventricle would be strong enough to pump blood throughout his entire body. She wished and hoped dearly that he would survive and receive a heart transplant. Tara's baby weathered the storm and responded to the medication well. He grew up into a young boy who was full of life but was battling death every single second. Every now and then, they would go to the hospital for routine health checkups, and sometimes they would even go to the emergency room because of his fainting spells. These were a constant reminder that the disease was well alive in his body, and they would be reminded of blood's relentless tour for life. Tara would pray every day that Jeevan, her baby, would get a heart transplant, and she would thank Jeevan's heart for working so hard. Finally, after 10 long years, their prayers were answered. Jeevan received a heart transplant. Their years of fear and insecurity were finally put behind them. Tara thanked the donor's family through the hospital. She did not just stop with this. She no longer takes the option that says not an organ donor, but rather she takes pride in ticking the option that says organ donor. Just like Blood's relentless tour for life, she also took a relentless tour across India to promote organ donation. From this story, we learn how important organ donation is. Heart and other organs can sustain the life of one person, but they can save the lives of many others too. Let us remember this and take it upon ourselves to donate our organs as well. Thank you.